All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing? All right, I'm just doing this video because I know people have lives, people have jobs, they got a lot of stuff going on, and they don't get to check out every bit of content that happens in the culture. But if I could put another video out in the atmosphere that you guys might check out, if you're going to miss this conversation altogether, I think it's important for me to do that. So on Hot 97's YouTube page this morning, they posted a Rosenberg and the team were having a debate, right, on Ebro in the morning. They were having a debate, and Rosenberg brought up the fact that Drake called him yesterday, all right? And this stems from Rosenberg's comment on the God Plans video. I believe that was Monday, and he got a call from Drake yesterday, or excuse me, it was Tuesday because Monday was President's Day, I believe. Rosenberg said Drake called him, and he was like very aggressive, and Drake was expressing his displeasure for how Rosenberg covered Drake's God Plan video. And to just sum up what Rosenberg said about the video, it was somewhere along the lines of, I feel as if though it didn't feel genuine. Like, I respect the cause of what it was for, and I'm not trying to misquote Rosenberg, so I'm paraphrasing here. I like what he did in the video, but I really didn't think it was necessary for there to be every bit of it documented in that way. I didn't like how the video was shot. It just didn't feel very genuine. All right, that was pretty much Rosenberg's opinion. Drake expressed how he felt. He was like, how can you hate on that out of everything that I've ever done? Like, music is one thing, but you're hating on me when I gave away money. Like, do you not understand the time and effort working with all the organizations? And for those who don't know, Drake gave away $1 million in the God's Plan video. The beginning of the video tells you that the budget was about $1 million. It was $900,000 for a budget that the label gave him, and they gave it all away. And then there are scenes throughout the video. For those who don't know, if you haven't watched God's Plan, it feels like every other person in this country has. The video is pretty much Drake going to a school, giving away money, scholarship money, giving away. There's a scene where this family, there's a boy and his mom, and Drake pulls up on him and just gives him some money, like watts of cash, and the mom immediately starts crying, and Drake's talking about how it's so important to take care of your mom. And then there's a scene where Drake sneaks up on this family and give them some money, and he gives money to a fire station, and he give, and then that totals up to about $1 million worth of money that Drake gave away. That was all label money. So what he's saying is we had to come out of pocket for the video because we gave the budget for the video away. And Rosenberg was like, Drake was very passionate about it. And he was like, if you're going to hate on this, pretty much, you're going to hate on everything I do. I can't do anything right with you guys. And then Rosenberg stated his side of how he's reached out to Drake a few times, and Drake has been non-responsive to him. So he's like, yo, I can't give Drake the same leeway I give Kendrick because when I reach out to Kendrick for a video or something like that, Kendrick is always giving me feedback or response. I would like to throw this caveat up there that Kendrick hasn't came up to their station or did their summer jam in a few years now. That's just, I'm just throwing it out there. But he says behind the scenes, him and Kendrick have a great relationship, and him and Drake not so much anymore. And him and Drake had a relationship with Drake coming up. Let's make it clear. Hot 97 was very influential in Drake coming up. Let's make that clear. Like, even just seeing him do that infamous Blackberry freestyle, or him doing Angie's show. He has an infamous interview with Angie. Like, let's make it clear. Hot 97 was very important to Drake. But with that being said, Drake he shot up, and he's so huge now. It's very easy for people to forget where they came from. I'm not denying that part from Drake. But the point of what I'm trying to tell you is Drake was very emotional about the hate that he got from Rosenberg on this particular deed. Like, this specific deed, this meant something to Drake. That was like what Rosenberg kept saying. This is something that Drake's very passionate about. And if this is Drake's mindset, this is his focus level heading towards music, all Drake fans should be excited, because good music is probably going to, good focused, passionate music is probably going to come of it if he's that passionate about life right now. I'm going to just tell y'all the truth. I've never seen Drake this passionate at this phase in life. I heard he hit up academics the other day. I heard he's been making his rounds around people that, you know, around the media world. And he's expressing some of his displeasure with people. He doesn't feel like people are covering him right. Period. It is point blank period. He doesn't feel like people are covering him right. He doesn't feel like he's gotten the fair end of the stick. I would say this to Drake though, before I get into my God's plan spill with Rosenberg. You control that narrative, Drake. Your team. This is something that you guys have done. Y'all don't do interviews. Y'all really ain't that receptive to press. People are just speculating, including self, because a lot of what OVO has did is they refuse to do interviews. They're not doing any interviews. They've made that clear that the people around Drake, the close people to Drake, and in those interviews that he do with Zane Lowe, they don't count to me because it's a controlled setting. It don't count. It don't count. Nope. The joints he do for OVO Radio, nope. I'm not counting them. You got to go to a setting where you're not the person that can controls everything, every narrative that's out there. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. That's you. You're the biggest artist in the world. You're the biggest rapper in the world. You don't have to, but you then can't get upset at people for making their own narratives when you're unresponsive to people. Now, let me get into Rosenberg and God Plan. Let me say this about Hot 97. I got a lot of respect for Rosenberg. A lot of people don't know this. Me and Rosenberg worked at ESPN technically at the same time. He was starting at ESPN when I was leaving, right? I tried to reach out to him, but I never seen him. He was starring on a radio show. I didn't want to kind of overbear him and really reach out to him because I got a lot of respect for Rosenberg. Rosenberg's doing his thing at Hot 97, managing to make his way to ESPN, and he's doing stuff with wrestling right now as well, if I'm not mistaken. I got nothing but respect for that brother. Managing 3 of your passions. I'm trying to manage 3 of my passions, which is hip-hop, sports, and then I'm going to do some motivational stuff on the side. So I got nothing but respect for Rosenberg. But come on, bro. How can you find anything negative to say about this out of everything emotional Drake has done, right? And you're saying this is a real feeling. It didn't feel genuine to you. I'm fine with you in your own opinion. But to me, my opinion was formed based on just forget everything else. At the end of the day, people hurting won. Like, are some of you people that far removed from the hood? My whole life in the hood still. I'm working day and night to try to get mines out the hood. I'm working day and night. Let's make that clear. Are y'all that far removed from what it's like to be broke? What are we talking about here? Giving schools money? Supporting fire stations that risk their life every day? What are we talking about here? Giving watts of cash to random people who, looking at their face, they look stressed about the next bill. I'm not saying I know that for a fact, but and Billboard has come out with a story, ladies and gentlemen. There's no fictitious stuff going on right now. These were real stories. Now, you might want to question if the scenes were genuine. You can question if maybe some of those scenes people knew Drake was coming. I'm not mad at that, even though it felt real to me. You can question if some of those scenes are real. I don't know that. I want to side that they're real, but hey, to each his own. You can question that. But forget all that. The narrative should be Drake just gave away $1 million. There are so many rappers out there that we're not criticizing with that type of money who throw it all in the chains. Bills just got paid for the whole year of 2018. Their energy can now focus elsewhere, maybe on starting their own business, getting out of debt that they never thought they'd get out of in their lifetime. Somebody's kid's life just got changed. Somebody received a scholarship. They're going to school for free. What are we talking about? Rosenberg, like I said, you're entitled to your own opinion, but how does that not feel genuine to you? I don't care. I'm the person who I don't care what video is around because we're in the age of video. Like in 20 years, we're not going to be talking about what's recorded or not. We're in the era of everything's going to be recorded and documented. That is where we're at in society right now. And people are still trying to fight it. Yo, I'm watching great things be done via video. Shout out to my dog, Fredo. He's a YouTuber out there. And there's a couple other YouTubers that I check out some of their content from time to time. Everything is recorded. Is it for content purposes? Yes. But are they really changing people's lives? That is happening as well. Drake really changed someone's life. Period. A few people's lives. Changed probably forever. And that can't be lost in it. And the time and effort that it had to be to put the time in with these organizations. Somebody from that OVO team, if not Drake, maybe Drake and others, had to put in a lot of time to set all that stuff up. And we just gotta, that has to be the narrative today. If that is not the narrative, then we're missing everything, in my opinion. Now, it's just my opinion. But I just sometimes, man, I don't be it's like almost like a lot of people don't a lot of people ask me what I think about the difference between Hot 97 and Breakfast Club, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think this is the difference. It feels like a hatred thing because of relationships that they don't have. And I'm not, again, I don't know where my life is going to end. I don't want to ruin any chance of ever working at a Hot 97. I don't know where my life is going. I'll be honest with you, I don't rule anything out. But I'm gonna make it clear, like, yo, when we talk about Hot 97 in the news, we're always talking about stories like this where they're into it with other artists, or, you know what I mean? Never. What did the Breakfast Club do back in December or November? Didn't they give away almost $1 million? They were making sure artists gave to their. We're talking about things like this with them from time to time. It's like with Hot 97, whether it's Funk bringing up something that's ridiculous or this, and they have great conversations, great national conversations on Ebro in the morning. But it always feels like when we're specifically talking about artists, it always feels as if though there's some level of saltiness because artists don't check in with them anymore. And a lot of times a station, excuse me, like Hot 97 had relationships with these labels and helped breaking some of these artists. And I get it, but then I don't get it. It's like, dang, bro. If they felt the platform was big enough, I feel like the artists would still check in. That's just my opinion. Mr. Taliaferro TV, thank y'all for the time, love, support. I have nothing but love for Hot 97, and I have nothing but respect for Ebro. I just tweeted at Ebro a few days ago. I told him how much I really liked that Migos interview that he did individually, and I like a lot of stuff Rosenberg do. I got a lot of love and respect for Rosenberg. But this hating on that, I gotta speak out about that. That ain't cool. That man gave away $1 million of his own money, pretty much, and we gotta big that up. Thank y'all for the time, let's support. What y'all think about this whole entire conversation? Drake calls Rosenberg to express his displeasure with Rosenberg being negative towards this God's Plan video. And again, to Drake, like I said, you got to do press and respond to people if you want some of your narrative to get out. We don't know a lot of the stuff with you. You just want us to assume, and you can't control people's opinions either. All you can do is give your side to stuff and let us make our own judgments through your art. But you're not explaining your art, so it's tough. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty.